I hope you clicked in.
Alrighty, you guys have been waiting long enough. It's time for part 2 of this wonderful series. I wonder what the next step has in store for us. Yep,
Let's cut
Dave
the
wasn't wrong,
shit.
he's absolutely
Go
fucking lost
for
it. Why is he Shadow Puppet though?
Um,
Welcome back to our pizzeria with legally disabled chick as a one working animatronic. I was on the phone I could buy a new slave, employee, so I slid my way to the office as soon as possible and... Hold on, a suit and mask could wear? Sure, why not? Firstly, no, not another dog fucker. Never again. Next up, a Sopranos character, but one that hasn't pulled a Dave yet. Amateur. I see there's my boy Walter Goose. His name is the funniest of them all. He's also fucked a customer, but I mean, someone has to get out of the woman who gave birth in the ball pit, right? What am I doing with my nut? Fuck it, let's go with the mobster. Gabagool. Alright, now that that is done and done for, it's time to give Black Phony a nice retirement. I mean a literal one, not shooting him around the old Freddy's management, right? I then pay a fee, which he can't seem to decide if it's 100 or 500 bucks, and replace him with Purple Phone Guy! The phone killer old man in the audience better keep your chicken under control. This phone guy is not a child murderer. At least not yet. He talked for a bit, and now I am stuck with this asthmatic. Except like General Grease, he can do backflips, but he can read and write like the Ice Man. Right, employee replacement out of the way. It's high time to build a kitchen. I mean, a Freddy's without a kitchen? Really? At last, we can actually make our own food instead of stealing stuff out of Wendy's dumpsters or the pizzeria's vending machines. He then name draws us, Vile Pepperoni, and I, within the span of 7 minutes, managed to renovate the restaurant to Sport, get it, old Sport, a completely different style. Chica sounds just like a chicken and more like a broken birthday horn. Saves us on broken birthday horns, I guess. I should have cheered her up by buying a poster of her. I don't think it worked. I should have fixed the place with some old decorations, however, like a dumbass I replaced Funtime Fox's poster with toy chicas instead of putting it on the empty slot. To try and see if it was a misclick or if the game is glitched, I tried again and burned for even more money. Alright, it's 100% my fault at this point. But hey, look at the positives. I have 2 bunny posters in the room. Alright, I think this is enough mismanagement for the time being. Time to open up shop. Just like last month, I had to see how Pooper Phony is doing. Thankfully, no kids have gone missing, at least as of now. He asked me to help with the health inspection, and I and the inspector go way back, so this should be a breeze. He asked me to check the safe room, and for fuck's sake, not you again. I tell him very bluntly that we wish for nothing more than for him to be referred to in the past tense for all eternity. He is very angry to use the same insult as a few decades back. You were stuck in one room for like 40 years, and didn't come up with a single new joke? Get real. And it is time for Purple Phone to come in. He managed to stall for time, but he's got no time to live, and now I must confirm the bald man. Well, I am bald too, but shh. We talk and it turns out he's actually the son of the guy I blew up. Sorry for the loss, by the way. Or I guess for making him non-lethally explode. He then sees the bugs steal food, and isn't thrilled because the place of the bugs is in the pot. My stalling strategy from the hallway failed spectacularly, and while in the toilets he managed to exit the first location, saying 100% not responsible for and you can't prove otherwise. God damn it, yeah, we're being shut down. Thankfully, I managed to convince him we can disappear his son for absolutely free, and he agrees it's a pretty good idea. Leaves and... He said sigh? The other budget continues getting worse. Phone man isn't exactly enthused about this, but he goes along anyway. Given that I have, for instance, some purposes, nothing else to do for now, I decide to spend my lunch money on food from my own establishment's vending machine. That chocolate looks moldy as hell, but Phone man, who apparently, as we learn later, has a digestive tract but no mouth, tells me to eat up. It's a total dog shit, and I'm genuinely unsure if it's a good idea to put this health hazard inside of my pizzeria, but it's too late now. My liver is slowly dissolving from the acid we probably placed in that thing. I decide to try and drink it down with something else, like marinara sauce. Wait, for pizzeria, we need to make, well, pizza! Ronaldo's back! Hell yeah, we're getting the Dayshift Avengers over here. Turns out, though, that I need to dumpster dive instead of having my employees do it for me, so I head out to try some fresh meat. Unfortunately, we can't butcher any toddlers for that goal, so we're stuck with the garbage for now. But outside, I decided to further rot what remains of my rapidly vanishing lungs and take a smoke. Wait, how does a resurrected corpse smoke? Ask Wood. Hey, Phone Face went to shorten your life expectancy further too? It's here then that he does, in fact, have lungs, and boy, this sure does capture the feel of running a failing pizza joint, you know? Anyways, as soon as he leaves, and before the health inspector is out of earshot, I move through the smoke and manage to find some old pepperoni inside the dumpster. Still heavier than the stuff from the vending machine, right? As I enter the hallway... Now that I'm back inside the kitchen, I summon the spirit of Ronaldo to help me cook something ever so slightly edible, even if only for people who yearn for a visit in the hospital. I say cook, but we don't actually put it in the oven, as that would be like a mass genocide against local bacteria flora. Anyways, he then vanishes, never to be seen again. Still a bit sad from the whole debacle, I then serve the pizza and some douche comes up and violates my personal space. Hey, so 2023, COVID is still around, watch your breath, bucko! He yells, and probably pops a vein or two, and then phone guy arrives, is in the news. He asks me if I was drinking cough syrup, which I would totally explain what I am seeing and why I am orange in the first place. After likely not to do any more damage to our business today, I rummaged through carpets for several hours straight and found these $300, give or take. Fortunately, some of that will have to go through the covering a lawsuit. Who dare sue my domain? Apparently some kid wishing to sabotage our business and destroy the health inspector's son's birthday purposely broke a tile and shattered his spine with it. The audacity of some people. You're gonna hand it to him, he's dedicated to the bid though. Now we have two options. Lose a bunch of money, or lose a bit of money in the near future, which will add up to a lot overall. I picked the third option and hired a hitman to murder the entire family. Hey, again, we're an ethical Freddy, it's not an ethical normal business. Sacrifices must be made. I left and departed for my third and final savage segment. The place it all began, the Dayshift at Freddy's one location. And we're here to go back in time to the first video game to get far off the menu. Jokes aside, the fella took a bullet for me and I don't forget. I found him very quickly and bolted out of there before the collective asbestos from the roof and walls causes my rotting flesh to completely melt off my bones. I return and guess what, we've got a new soul to save on the flip side. And it's... no, not him again. He asked me if I murdered 5 kids and rather not jeopardize my reputation here, so I pretend to play coy. You know, the old brains ain't as good as they used to be, eh? Anyways, opinions are split. I hate him, he also hates him, but they were surprisingly friendly, probably because I was phone faces Shredbone instead of him for once. After inspecting the Predator plush from FNAF 4, I agree we don't need to save him, even if only to get extra cannon fodder, and jump into the convenient portal. I see you, sweet. What the hell was this Paper Mario ass NPC doing here? Just staring at an empty hallway for hours on end? Would fit his character, but to be honest. Things were here to kill him, and if not for that talk 2 minutes ago, he would be right, and he was like a cowardly piece of shit. How surprising! He tries to play on my emotions by saying one of the legged foxes, but I don't discriminate. I will fuck up anyone, even the minorities. We turn the fox-headed dipshits to scrap and continue on. He sends another wave, we also use a disposal. We then find the salad bar, and it's quite funny how, from one perspective, it looks like we're just customers lining up to, well, eat the salad. At last, we corner Pizza Steve. Continues interrupting, and then we keep telling him to get his shit together. He doesn't take it well and attacks us. I actually know people like that IRL, and beating him to shit feels very cathartic, not gonna lie. Once we're done with that fight, he finally somewhat accepts we're not here to bash his skull, and then we give him a phone guy lowdown. Yeah, spoiler, but not actually, they're dead employees but recycled. You know, from the franchise tapes Dave showed us back when he was still sane-ish. We took a PTSD flashback in him, and I swear I know that face from somewhere. He looks at his weird fucked up hand clock and decides it's time to go to the back room to at the walls or whatever. He finds Henry killing customers, and I would like to point out, he's not mad that the fat fuck is killing people, he's mad he's killing customers during business hours, and thus harming the company. If anyone's vivisecting a hobo in the alleyway outside a few hours later, he wouldn't give us a shit. Still, Henry doesn't take kindly to any criticism and shoves him into the Freddy Fabor, who then does a jaw movement so awkward it just kills the guy. Wait, is that Harry? The old manager? So that means the entire reason I was stuck in this mess with this asshole breathing my neck is because of that fucking Jack. He then reactivates his normal music box and manages to tell him he is worth saving. A scan on fodder, товарищ! And they're already bickering. Well, it's time to get back to business before I'm forced to intervene to my part. See ya, guys! New day, new me, fellas! Alright, I gave this news company too much credit last time. What music, man? What is this journalist clickbait bullshit? Time for another Tycoon segment. In my Tycoon game, more likely than you'd think. I instantly beeline for the office to inform Owen, old big guy he was fired. Just the first guy to me, then talk me out of it, but I ignore his please note the orange guy too. I feel cough through a drip. Yippee! That does mean I am $250 short, but you can't put a price on that smile. I'm sure it's there. Somewhere. Purple Man is pissed and I hope he won't go around killing any kids on my place. Anyways, the new guy Roger is budget terrified, but it's not like the job will be too hard, right? Hey Comrade Farfour, how do you like your new home? Splendid, good to hear! Anyways, for some reason I wanted to burn for my remaining money and to bop it like they want a Dashcon. Literally, that's the image they use. I could have bought an arcade, but I'm sure this will be worth it. I get it now. I don't like this room actually. I showed them my suffering by jumping in the wall, but apparently I can't do that yet. Too bad, I suppose. He saved the building before some abomination crawled out of there and killed me, and then restored the Fountain Foxy poster to its former glory. He also gave the stage a good paying job and put Farfar on there, where he belongs. However, as soon as I did that, Chica vanished. I still have no clue why. Maybe she just fell upside and left. Sorry man, but there's only enough stage up there for one. With all my money gone, I said it was high time to open up shop. Gaze upon the glory of Freddy's vile Pepperoni, mortals! I picked a new song for the first time ever and began to talk with Freddy. He talks about his old job as a Redditor's manager, we discussed the morality of slavery in the Big 23, and then after a very long-winded discussion, he informs me Davis on his text is the Roswell alien, that too. Must have been really desperate. Anyways, what the fuck is that meant to mean? I don't want a king shame, but I will king shame. Keep your orange in your pants. After what feels like an eternity and a half, he lets me go, and I mop the floor to stop another tire from falling off the roof. Don't ask. I head to the office to try and look for more reviews. Unfortunately, there don't seem to be any. That Hitman was doing too good of a job, if such a thing is possible at Freddy's. I try to look at the stage, only for the 1984 despotic game to force me off. It's a violation of my human rights and is also making Falfo a little bit sad. Going to the ball pit, I come across stupid kids who are also assholes. Hey Dave, would you mind taking care of these kittens? Anyways, after that thrilling experience, I decided, nah, it's best to just search the damn main room until 6 AM to prevent all the dumb shit from happening. The charm wears off at a certain point. Like, when you're just writing the script at 9:30 in the morning. After all that, I find less than $200. Close to $250 in fact. Why that's a waste of an entire day. Actually an entire month kinda, since we return on a monthly basis. I meet the phone bloke and he informs me that hey, a kid has gone missing in spite of not being able to walk yet. Oh no. I think I know who might have done this, and regardless of which option it is, it's 100% a purple person. There goes the neighborhood! To the surprise of absolutely nobody, I find the purple sack of shit holding one of my consumers hostage in the safe room. Then he yaps about how I set up fast with Freddy and kill him, but Freddy, yada yada, as revenge, she will kill the toddler. His sprite also looks a bit of flick a Flintstones character, not gonna lie. After a bit more of this weenie wagging, phone face shows up and the Avengers assemble, with two random ass parents, Armless Chica, Music Man, and Max, the gangster from before. He is a bastard. With Fofo also looking like exit with his life, I'm sure of it. Oddspot has a cool monologue, and he manages to flee the lynch mob before restraining up on a lamppost. Too bad, I guess. Finally, some good fucking news. With no more facilities to salvage, I go back home and of course another Flipside segment. What were you expecting at this point? The terrible trio waiting for me there. They actually did something productive and, wouldn't you know, found not one but two souls. I guess more Mappo and Doska would decide. Dave I managed to tinker up some sort of soul radar machine, and wouldn't you know, they found it's red, so they estimates Peter. It could also be stolen, or Mao, or OSHA, but we need to be optimistic. Everyone agrees we gotta save him. Dave talks about freaky clowns. Freaky in the old sense of the word, although that doesn't make it much better. The portal opens and we enter. We are now in my house, aka Peter's house, but some fucker forgot to pay rent and the IRS confiscated the upper floor. Everyone follows me, which actually kinda looks funny, and we leave. However, Wildly Coyote put up a CRT TV outside that played Rain on loop, and we were actually in a room surrounded by Freddy's location like in the Silver Eyes. Opposed to in this ungodly place caused to be fed by a liar. Heretic! His blood must flow! We find the glitchy enemies and kill them all. The music is also having a stroke, which I am sure makes for a wonderful hearing experience for y'all, and for me when I'm editing, right? Editing me. After what feels like an eternal battle, Dave makes a really anti-LGBT comment and we move on. Thankfully, at once we find Peter. He tells us this is a trap, like he's Admiral Akbar. As it turns out, someone sprung their trap, like some sort of spring trap. We then find a creature that looks like if a homunculus made out of Dave's DNA became a hobo that hung out near Bruce Jackson and fucked a dog. Isn't this like the plot of an anime or something? They doesn't like the fact he's speaking Spanish and Freddy's to call ICE. What is this, some sort of shadow doggo? Doing my third day shift at Freddy's? Say my name. Basically, the doggo is called Black Jack and he's bringing Django back and he needs us so he can Todd Henry whom he's trapped in an eternal void with us. Ever to torment the man if he's actually regretful of his past crimes, well also torment him if he doesn't, obviously. I try to tell him that they just kill Henry instead of risking him breaking out, and he says, no fam, I'm the real Candy, you're just an abomination, the real Candy died in 1973, so like an AI-generated conspiracy theory. And also shows he's a big-ass ego. We tell how this plan is dog shit, since he basically gave Henry immortality, since the void can do whatever he wants without ever needing to worry about hell and could break it any day. Black Jack tries to deny this with, oh, but I'm big and strong and I also drank my milk so I will contain him. We quickly bring him down to earth and show him that this is not a very good idea. How? By telling him to remember. In the flashback, we see the pizza tower as Fred, bearing the original Fawful being filled up with some poor person's blood. Able to stand the slander of the best character in the series, Black Jack goes sicko mode and... So this is just like Roblox, I can't take this seriously. Black Jack at last agrees we gotta kill Henry Miller, before he becomes ever stronger. The entire up ends before that. However, that will be another video, since the end of this month-long saga is better than just be awkwardly shoved in at the end here. Stay tuned to the 8 people who still cared, or 6 depending on how the last video is doing while you're watching this.